Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. J'attends ce
I have
jour
been
depuis
waiting for
4
this
ans.
day for 4 years now.
En
In
2012,
2012,
j'ai pris la
I
direction générale
assumed
de
the
la marque
responsibility of Director
Ce
General of the
projet,
Peugeot
celui
brand,
qui nous
and the
réunit
project that
ici
has brought us
aujourd'hui,
today
est le
here
premier
is in
projet dont
fact
j'ai
the
suivi
first
la
project
conception
that I have
de A
followed from
jusqu'à
A
Z.
to Z, from design to
Depuis 4 ans,
development
ce
and
projet a
industrialization. For the
focalisé
last
la
4 years,
conviction
this
et l'engagement
project
quotidien
has
des
taken the
collaborateurs de Peugeot.
concentration and belief of
Ce
all of
projet,
the Peugeot
nous sommes
colleagues.
enfin
And
prêts
today,
à vous le
we are
dévoiler
ready
ici,
to unveil it
aujourd'hui.
today. Through this
Et à travers
project,
lui,
we
à
will
conforter la
bolster the
direction que nous
direction
voulons
we
donner
want to
à
give
notre
to our
marque.
brand. In the last
Ces
10
10 dernières
years,
années,
as you probably
vous le
know,
savez,
the world has
le monde
changed.
change.
The world
Il évolue
evolves very
rapidement.
quickly, and
Et
this
c'est
is
vrai
also
également
true of the
pour
automobile.
l'automobile.
We have
On a
seen
vu
on
naître
all
sur
of the
tous les
continents
continents
the
une
birth of a
nouvelle
new
catégorie
category
de
of vehicles
qui
which
répond aux attentes
answers
des clients actuels,
today's customers'
les SUV.
expectations, the
Et Peugeot dans tout
SUV.
ça.
What about
Depuis
Peugeot
toujours,
in all of that?
Peugeot,
Well,
c'est le
since
plaisir de
always,
conduire,
Peugeot has been
la
driving
précision
pleasure,
du châssis,
very
une tenue
precise
de route à
chassis,
toute
a
épreuve, des
road
sensations au
holding
volant.
that's
C'est
tried
ça
and
l'ADN de
tested,
Peugeot.
driving sensations
Mais
behind the
aujourd'hui,
wheel. That is
ça
Peugeot's
ne
DNA.
suffit
But
plus.
today, that's no longer
Aujourd'hui,
enough.
Peugeot va
Today,
plus loin.
Peugeot is going further. Why? Well, because most of
Parce
our
que la plupart de
customers
nos clients
are now more
d'expérience
experiencing
des encombrements
the
du trafic urbain
traffic jams
que les
day
lacets
after
des cols
day
alpins.
rather than
Et
the
cette expérience
tight
sensorielle
curves
dans une
of the
automobile doit
Alpine
dépasser la
mountains.
conduite.
That driving
L'expérience dans une
experience
Peugeot
in
doit
the car
décupler tous
has to
vos
go
sens,
beyond the simple
tous les
driving.
sens.
The Peugeot experience
Ergonomie,
on board has to
matériaux, connectivité,
really reach out to
toutes
all
s'unissent
senses,
pour activer
ergonomics,
vos
materials,
5 sens.
connectivity, all must
C'est la
unite
raison
to
pour
activate the
laquelle,
5
il y a
senses.
4
This
ans,
is why 4
nous
years
avons
ago we
décidé que
decided that the
le
new
nouveau
Peugeot
SUV
SUV would be
serait
the
la
best
meilleure
opportunity
opportunité
for
d'incarner
embodying that
cette
sensorial
expérience sensorielle.
experience.
Ainsi,
Thus,
avant de
before
vous révéler avec un
revealing
immense
with
plaisir
great
le
pleasure
design
the
extérieur de
external
la nouvelle
design
Peugeot 3008,
of the new 3008,
j'ai
I
l'immense
am
fierté
very proud to
de
announce
vous annoncer
that this new
qu'elle va bénéficier
3008 will
en
have
série
as standard
du
the
tout nouvel
brand new Peugeot
iCockpit que
iCockpit
nous vous avons
that
révélé
we
il y a
revealed to
quelques
you just a
semaines.
few weeks
Nous
ago.
avons cherché à
We've
amener à nos
looked
clients une
to give the
expérience
customer
amplifiée.
more
L'orientation donnée au
experiences.
projet
And our
a
approach
été
has
de
been
jouer
one to
la
play
carte
with
de l'attractivité,
attractiveness,
de
ergonomics,
l'ergonomie
and
et de la nouveauté.
innovation. This is why we've been working for several years now on the ergonomics and the design of our driving position. The driving position, the posture, hand movements on the steering wheel, the man-machine interface, the visibility of the information necessary for driving. We've worked on each detail to make this driving experience more intuitive and totally magnify it. But you need to know that today, traveling time must no longer be felt as a constraint or lost time. No, it must be considered as being a moment in a vehicle which is connected to the world and to information around it. The new 3008 has all the possibilities of that constant connectivity through CarPlay, MirrorLink, and Android Auto. Its 3D navigation system is also connected. It operates with TomTom traffic, so the driver has real navigation as well as real-time traffic information and access to all kinds of travel information like weather conditions, fuel prices, parking spaces available, etc. As you can see, the new SUV is in fact defining a new era for Peugeot by redefining the market standards in terms of pleasure and driving sensations in this universal segment. So there's one thing I retained from this project in particular is that right from the first sketches, we found the balance that we were looking for, a new generation SUV which has the right fundamentals. An SUV offers status, gives enhancement, solidity, and is protective. But at the same time, here you see elegance and dynamism, which is characteristic of the design lines of a Peugeot. The front end, which is the face of the vehicle and which defines its personality. We wanted a front end that was strong and charismatic, which truly stages all of the new values of the 3008, strength and efficiency. These concepts of strength and efficiency can also be seen in the side view of the vehicle because of its proportions and its lines. The vehicle is very homogeneous in design. All of the different visible elements are well aligned and justify the qualities of execution and design, quite naturally allow you to see the elegance that is always found in Peugeot. If you look at the rear end of the vehicle, here again is what you probably will see most often on the road because you're following another vehicle. The vehicle here is well set on the road, good proportions, which is in line with the functionalities. With the new 3008, we have taken up 3 major challenges. The first challenge was one of experience. That is to say, we wagered that we would make this SUV as pleasant to drive as a saloon. This is not all that obvious when you have this type of body style with a high center of gravity, a high ground clearance. It was a real engineering feat. We have put the best of our designers and fine-tuners know-how so as to make this 3008 be the most pleasant SUV to drive in the segment. Our second challenge was an environmental challenge. How could we do the environmental impact of a vehicle as imposing as an SUV as much as possible? First of all, we hunted out every extra pound, in fact. The new 3008 is 8 centimeters longer than the old and yet weighs 100 kilos less. We have some of the most efficient engines in the market, whether they be petrol with a PureTech block or diesel with a Blue HDI. We've equipped the new 3008 with the most recent versions of these engines, coupled to the excellent EAT6 automatic gearbox, to obtain the lowest CO2 emissions possible in homologation, of course, but also in real life in the hands of our customers. And finally, our third challenge. This was a functional challenge. We wanted to offer future customers of the new 3008 all of the modularity, all of the versatility and practical aspects to enable them to fully take advantage of their new vehicle. Peugeot Design Lab has worked with the company Micro, which is the reference in terms of these little skateboards, and they have helped us create this electric powered skateboard. Let me tell you, this is not a prototype, nor is it a concept. This will be available as soon as we launch the 3008. And when you use it, it is always, in fact, electrically charged thanks to the charging bay in the boot. And in this way, you can also navigate with it. In conclusion, there's a question that you ask me often. What is Peugeot? Well, today, with the new 3008, you have the answer. Never before has the car so perfectly embodied the essence of what Peugeot is. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the discovery of 3008.